Are women more privileged than men? Yes, they are, and it's not even close. Women are loved just for existing. They get attention, compliments, protection, free drinks, doors opened for them, etc. And a man, he's invisible until he proves that he can provide, protect, perform, pay, or add value. In other words, earn your spot or disappear. Guess what? A woman can also decide if you become a dad or not. You get zero say. She's pregnant, her body, her choice, my dudes. End of story. Do you want the kid? Doesn't matter. Don't want it? Doesn't matter. 18 years of child support slammed on you without consent, and worse, she cheats. She claims the kid is yours. You raise it for years and discover that it's not yours later. Court, in many places, still force you to pay until 18 years of age. So you're screwed. One day, she wakes up unhappy, files for divorce, no proof needed, and walks with primary custody most of the time, years of child support, and many times a lifetime of alimony plus half of your assets. Oh, and she isn't required to show you that the money is actually helping your kid. It all goes to her. She can also falsely accuse you with zero consequences. She can claim assault, abuse, rape, online to the police and in court. And if it's proven a total lie, she gets a little slap on the wrist. But you lose your job, your reputation, your sanity, and you can spend years in prison even if you're innocent. The system shields her more than the truth. Men are disposable, not women. Draft registration, men only. Most workplace deaths, men. Most homeless, men. Suicide rate 4 times higher, men. The double standards never end. Man hits a woman, monster, jail. Woman hits a man, what did you do to her? Man cheats, you're trash. Woman cheats, she was just unhappy, he failed. The bottom line is, women get safety nets, sympathy, legal advantages, social worship, and endless help. Men don't. That is just the truth. Pretending that we're both equal is gaslighting half of the population. So wake up.
Marriage has become a decision that many men are no longer rushing toward. For a growing number of men, the risks simply outweigh the potential rewards, especially when the stability of the relationship can feel dependent on changing emotions rather than shared commitment. Many have decided that peace is worth protecting instead of gambling it away. Stay until the end to see why so many men are choosing a different path.
Did you see that man's face, though? He doesn't even know what he did wrong. And yeah, there's someone out there saying wait, but in those moments, it can take a second to register something that someone has said. It kind of worries me that she's doing that in front of other people and then blaming her hormones. She's probably doing a lot worse behind closed doors when no one can see her. Does he really deserve to be disrespected like that in front of everybody for something so small? 10 years from now, you'll probably be laughing at this moment. So give that man a break.
Are these really the qualities that are supposed to inspire lifelong commitment? It becomes much easier to understand why more men are comfortable remaining single when respect is missing from the equation. One person is celebrating, while the other seems completely disconnected from the reality of the relationship. Moments like these explain more than words ever could.
She broke down why you could never please a woman, and damn, she cooking.
Fellas, I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but baby, regardless of what you do, it's never gonna be enough for these booty head ass bitches.
Damn.
Let's get into it. Women have built their whole fucking dating strategy off of moving a fucking goalpost and then blaming the man when he can't fucking win a game that was created for him to fucking lose. A man texts or call too much, he doing too much. He don't text or call at all, he inconsistent.
Ooh.
He wanna be around you, he clingy. He wanna give you space, he acting different.
Damn.
He want to be around you, he moving too fast. He takes his time, then he wasting yours? What the fuck is this? Jeez. He pay for everything, then that's what he's supposed to do. He asked you to go half with him, then he broke. Bitch, I can't make this shit up if I try. And the reality is, y'all bitches really don't see how fucking exhausting that is.
Facts.
Bitch, I'm exhausting just making a motherfucking video. That's exhausting. Regardless of what the fuck they do, it's never fucking enough, bro.
Many men spent years believing that giving more would eventually solve everything. They worked longer hours, sacrificed financially, and constantly tried to meet expectations that seemed to keep moving. Instead of appreciation, many found themselves dealing with resentment, conflict, and emotional exhaustion. Eventually, some realized that peace could never come from constantly trying to earn acceptance.
Provoking a man until he finally breaks and then painting yourself as the victim is not just dishonest. It is one of the most damaging things you can do to a good person. You cannot disrespect him every day, belittle him when he is vulnerable, emasculate him for his limitations, ignore everything he needs, and weaponize intimacy every time you want control, and then act confused when he finally snaps. That moment did not just happen. You created it. Every dismissal, every power play, every time you mistook his calm for weakness, you were chipping away at someone who was trying his best to love you, right? Good men do not turn cold on their own. They get turned cold by women who chip away at them one disrespectful act at a time and then rewrite the story the moment he finally reacts. You trained the man you met to stop being open. You numbed someone who came to you willing to give everything. And when he finally reached his limit, you ran to social media asking where all the good men went. They did not go anywhere. You burned one out and called it his fault. You know exactly what you did. The only question is whether you are willing to own it.
Over time, many men began noticing consistent patterns they could no longer ignore. They experienced rejection when they offered commitment, financial expectations without reciprocity, and relationships that often lacked mutual respect. After enough repetition, those experiences become lessons rather than exceptions. Once those lessons are learned, they are difficult to forget.
Men who have taken a break from dating, what positive changes have you experienced?
You asked a great question, so let's talk about it. And ladies, let's be clear. Unlike the Pander Bears, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. First, men save a ton of money. Money that they can then invest in themselves rather than wasting it on expensive dates trying to meet the ridiculous expectations, high standards that today's women have. Next, they have more time and energy. Trying to date today is mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausting for men. Men have found that by walking away, they can go do things that they enjoy instead of wasting hours swiping right on dating apps or trying to get the attention of women, most of whom think that they're entitled to a 10 when at best they themselves are a 3, 4, or 5. And finally, when men give up on dating and relationships, they find the one thing that they want more than anything else. The thing they rarely, if ever, get in relationships with women. They find peace and happiness. The bottom line, ladies, is this. You can keep doing what you're doing, blaming men for anything and everything, or you can take responsibility for your actions. Acknowledge that your expectations of perfection are completely absurd and take accountability for the way you've mistreated men all these years. The choice is yours, but let's be very clear, ladies. Until you decide to choose the latter, the reality is more and more men will continue to walk away, and the likelihood that you'll end up alone is only going to increase.
Some still struggle to understand why so many men are content living independently. Despite constant messaging that portrays single men as lonely or incomplete, many are finding satisfaction through purpose, friendships, hobbies, and personal growth. Not everyone views marriage as the only definition of success anymore. That perspective continues to grow every year.
I don't live alone because I can't find somebody. I live alone because I like my life just the way it is right now. And what's not to like? You have the freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want, and with whoever you want. And let's not forget that women are drained on your financial resources and in your free time. So living alone as a man is the best thing you can do.
It is becoming increasingly common to see men building successful lives on their own terms. They own homes, grow businesses, and accumulate assets while maintaining complete control over the lives they worked hard to build. That independence provides a level of stability many are unwilling to risk. For them, protecting what they have built makes perfect sense.
Don't shoot the messenger. Feminism told y'all be strong, independent, and alone. And y'all followed it to the grave. Y'all pushed all the good men away, called submission slavery, and think being difficult is cute. Now y'all 35 and tired, looking around like, oh, where the good men at? Sis, they moved on. Real men want peace, not problems in a lace front and a loud voice. Feminism sold y'all freedom, but they didn't mention the price. Loneliness.
Perhaps the biggest surprise has been the reaction from those who assumed men would never truly walk away. As more men quietly focus on their own lives, the conversation around loneliness, dissatisfaction, and changing relationship dynamics continues to grow. Whether women agree with these observations or not, the dating landscape is clearly changing. The men who value peace are simply continuing forward without feeling the need to argue about their decision. If the message hit, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.